In 1979, on the day after Christmas, 13-year-old Ben Madison decreed himself king of Talossa, a nation which would one day go beyond the limitations of land and be at the front of the information revolution. Was once limited to one bedroom in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For a while, very little happened. However, a great deal would. The longest, continuously existing, experiment in online community building had just begun. Slowly, Madison opened his new world up to his peers and teachers, creating newspapers, political parties, a new language, and unique traditions. This small group planted the seeds for Talossan culture, as we know it today. In January 1996, Talossa posted its first page online. Shortly after, Netscape added the nation's homepage to their list of the world's most interesting websites. As a result, Talossa received 2,000 inquiries about citizenship within 1 month, but only 5 were prepared to go through what was then a complicated immigration process. Online citizens, informally called cybercits, were becoming a political force in Talossa. They were far more independent than the old-growth citizens, not having the personal relationship with the king to reinforce blind loyalty, a trait that was becoming more necessary to remain in the good graces of the king and those who followed him without question. In 1997, this tendency towards dictatorship, away from what was historically a constitutional monarchy, came to a head when an applicant for citizenship from New Zealand was denied solely because she was seen as a threat to the king's dominant position in Talossan culture. This created a split in the Talossan community between loyalists and those who believed in a nation of laws and not the whim of powerful personalities who tailored policy to suit their private interests. 20 citizens and pending applicants left to form a rival nation called the Free Commonwealth of Penguinia. This historical event has come to be called the First Exodus.
Let my people go!
The Commonwealth was founded as a cultural democracy in opposition to the increasingly autocratic Talossa and can be seen as a forerunner of the Talossan Republic. The Penguinia project would eventually fold after 3 years. Many leaders of Penguinia would go on to be among the founding parents of the Republic of Talossa nearly 7 years later. In March 2000, Wired magazine runs an article on Talossa, leading to a peak in new citizenship applications, including at least one future leader of the revolution and subsequent republic. In 2001, signs of dictatorship once again came to the forefront. Faced with the growing popularity of the Talossan Liberal Party, the king declares that he will never let the party lead a government no matter how many votes they gain. This convinces many TLP members to leave Talossa in an event Republic historians call the Second Exodus.
Let my people go!
In 2004, the tensions between the king and the independently minded citizens of Talossa came to a head. In less than a year, a new, freer Talossa would be born. In March of that year, the king launched a baseless personal attack against a former prime minister who had fallen out of favor for forming a viable, rival political party, the Grey Congress Party, in opposition to the king's autocratic policies.
You think the people of this country exist to provide you with position. I think your position exists to provide those people with freedom.
The following month, the king's wife, in her legislative role, attempted to revoke the former prime minister's citizenship. Though stopped by the nation's highest court, the attempt convinces 2 of the nation's oldest and most respected citizens to leave Talossa on April 13th. This became known as Black Tuesday. Both citizens would eventually return to Talossa under the Republic. This was also the event that began the formation of the revolution, as citizens began to talk secretly of a Talossa without a king. In May 2004, the last legislative elections under the king took place. Previously, the king had the right to turn in votes from local offline citizens. These were often referred to as pocket votes, as these citizens rarely participated in Talossan politics other than to support the king. In this heated political atmosphere, the Secretary of State forbid the king from being involved in the election process in order to ensure a free and fair vote. The king responded by trying to have the Secretary of State fired. The attempt was blocked by Talossan courts. This action by the king was the last straw for the, until now, secret revolutionaries. On May 19, 2004, the leading opposition parties signed a private agreement pledging themselves to democratic revolution. On June 1, 2004, with the king on vacation and out of contact, opposition party leaders seized legal control of Talossan web pages, including the all-important Wittenberg, the nation's online forum. The leaders quickly declare the Republic of Talossa succeeded from the kingdom. Within less than a year, the founders of the Republic created a binding constitution that would be the envy of much larger and older nation-states, and set up a much improved website presence. While the Republic quickly gained respect for its fairness and professionalism, the kingdom entered a period of confusion and chaos, leading to the king abdicating and leaving the nation he founded nearly 30 years ago. Though cold relations existed at first, the reconstituted kingdom, under its new king, John I, and the Republic, under Prime Minister Siva, a former leader of Penguinia, issued a joint statement of friendship on November 28, 2006. The Republic remains the only expressly democratic version of Talossa. For 30 years, the Talossan experiment has provided fun, excitement, and opportunities for leadership to many people from all corners of the world. Denmark, Germany, New Zealand, and the United States are just a few of the countries from which our citizens come. The Republic is based on equality, sound laws, friendship, and serious fun. It is easy to get involved, but tough to leave behind, just like any good party. You can contact our friendly civil servants to become a citizen today, or give the Republic a test drive by becoming a friend of the Republic at www.talossa.com. The Republic of Talossa, 30 years of history, infinite possibilities, waiting for you.